Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. So good. I have, I had this big idea yesterday. Yesterday was like the first day that I felt like I could just concentrate on just sitting at my art desk and making some stuff. I'm still putting things away from the retreat and company and all that stuff. But anyway, good morning, Keely Reeves, Bowley. But yesterday I did create something that you know when you have an idea and it's just kind of percolating in your head, and so that's what I want to work on today. Everybody take a drink. Okay, so if you opened your newsletter, and I hope everybody did, but if you opened your newsletter, then you saw that if you looked at the calendar, you saw that we're having some throwback art printables that we're going to feature this month again. And so I feel like let's do that every month. That's kind of feeling fun for me to bring back some artwork from the past and revisit them. And oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun with them because, you know, as we create our techniques change and grow, and do you know what I mean? And so wouldn't it be fun to revisit some of that artwork from the past and zhuzh it up a little bit, right? If you're brand new here, if you would like, follow, subscribe to Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and then comment and share all the things. Anybody you think might be, you know, interested in what we're doing around here. Okay, so here's what we're doing. So I took the artwork from the April calendar, and I remember I colored it with colored pencils, and then I started to like I want to make something else with that artwork. So here's where I colored it with colored pencils. And I love that. I love that, right? We talked about, good morning, Patricia. We talked about that I want to challenge myself to grow my colored pencils techniques through the 2026 calendar art. But then I was like, this time I deliberately drew it so that you could use just this, right? So I thought, I want to make postcards because I just really love postcards. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, Susan Bain. How are you this morning? Are you home? Are you still traveling? And then the other art printable that we're going to play with. So here we go. This is A Year in Bloom, April. And then here's the other art printable that we're going to play with today, which is Eggceptional. And this is a throwback from 2023. Okay, so here are some of the postcards that I started. So this one I finished, I think, although, you know, I could add more because, you know, I just do. And I'm going to share a little, we are on the same time zone. We are. And Susan, now we're 3 hours apart. Boo. And I think I'm 2 hours from Keely. That means I'm 2 hours from you, Patricia, correct? Are we what? Yeah, I think so. Anyway. So for this one, I took the base, like the calendar part of the art printable, because, you know, can't waste. And I did a artsy technique that we featured at the artist retreat, and I thought I'm going to share that with you because it's so fun. So and then I just took the top art right up here, and I cut postcard sizes. I cut 4x6, and then I just started painting. And then I don't know exactly where I want to go next with this, but that's okay, right? We can just keep growing. So I want to show you the technique that we played with at the artist retreat, and that is we're going to use blender brushes and stencils and watercolors. So I have some blender brushes here, and you know me, I save every little hunk that I cut off because I'll figure out a way to make that work. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I will. Okay, so I'm going to open up my big watercolors and start to activate them. I read something this morning about orange and yellow and what they stand for, like what they what do I want to say, like what they kind of bring out in us, and it was kind of fascinating. So then I was like, oh, I already did. So I was trying really hard as I was painting these postcards to think of different color combinations. Like this one, I'm feeling like I think I might want to paint the background yellow. And well, let's just do that. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I want this kind of I'm going to just activate everything because who knows what mood I'll be in. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just squirting some water on all of the colors, not browns, but and I have my just my water cup. Oh, I also have the encouraging message from this month is keep showing up. And so I kept those because I thought I really want to showcase those somehow. Stop. Don't you love that? And I have a big pile of old postage stamps that I want to incorporate. And then as I was creating this, I don't know about your art desk, but do you, like, all of a sudden, like, some little hunk of artsy paper that we made, like, weeks ago just kind of pops up? And so I was like, oh, I want to use that. So I remember when I painted this, it was for I had a bunch of leftover paint when I was painting for Polka Dot Day. And I had this hymnal, and so I just painted some dots on there, and I thought, oh, it kind of goes perfectly right there. The stamp, I love the addition of the stamp, but I feel like it's too stark. Like I need something else on here, and so I'm still hemming and hawing about that. But this one, I was thinking about, good morning, Vic. Are you ready for lunch today? I sure am. Okay, so I'm thinking about, I don't know what I want to do with these flowers yet, but it's kind of percolating. I know, I do 2 keels, and I just don't know, like I feel like I need something else. And so I've been percolating some ideas in my head. Of things that I could add, or, you know how we do. we always have some kind of something to add. I've been thinking about, I have these. Good morning, Deb. So, Deb, what kind of food did they have at the keg? I told you, Jeff and I got a gift card, and we just haven't gone. No particular reason, we just haven't. So, I'm curious to get your take. So, I'm thinking maybe one of these stamps might be the trick. I don't know. Let's see what happens. What do you guys think? Do you think that softens it enough that it, I don't know. I think so. And because this is a postcard, I'm using my art glitter glue because this is super, super strong. Okay, steaks. All right. And they were good. I think there's more than one location. Isn't that terrible? I don't even know. So, we were lucky enough at the artist retreat to have Barbara Trombley come and teach a special class for us at the retreat. And one thing that she talked about, her glue, she gave us like a whole lesson on how to use it most effectively, and most of it was holding your glue bottle in your hand like a pencil and having your thumb rest on the logo, and then you'd have really good control. Okay, I'm kind of digging that, you guys. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, I was going to show you one day I was at Joni's house and we were, we were arting, imagine, as we always do. And so, she was like, oh, I want to show you this thing that I saw. And I said, okay. So we just got out pieces of copy paper and we started to create these, pieces of paper with this cool artsy technique. And so I'm going to show you kind of where we started. So she's talked about like just doing a watercolor wash on the base first. So that's what I'm going to do. And then we're going to set that aside to dry while we do other things, and then we will layer upon here. After it dries, because each layer needs to dry. Yeah, Keels, you're right. I remember that too. So she did talk about, so she sells these, and now they can sell it used to be that you couldn't buy art glitter glue and have it shipped in the winter, but they've perfected that. So you can have it shipped in the winter to cold places. But, so I'm just going to set this aside to dry, curly as it may be. But what she talked about was she sells these little, a little kit. And in here, she has like a little piece of cloth. And these are all nudgers, and that's to move her glue around. Shut up, how brilliant is that? But this is to wipe off the end of your glue bottle. Game changer. You're right, Keels. It was like that. She's just a wealth of knowledge, that woman. I'm telling you. I'm just in love with her. I'm just in love with her. So I'm going to throw that in there. And this also comes with, I have a couple of them over here. A little thing with 6 stainless steel pins, and that makes all the difference in the world when you to keep your glue flowing too. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that to dry, I've been thinking about, so I can't waste anything. All these little stinking pieces. But I'm feeling like a yellow background might work nicely for this, and so I have this kind of a canary yellow sort of, and so I'm thinking, but I want it to be kind of a little bit of a wash. That's really bright. That's all right, because the turquoise is pretty intense. But I'm just like not being super precise. I'm just getting color in there to just create a background, and then I'll, I don't know, work some magic on top of that. Just been on this postcard kick, and speaking of postcards, remember that the Hannah postcard exchange, her spring edition, should be coming up soon, and so be on the lookout for that. I'll be talking about that, but that's fun, and you get to and that, like, it's not a huge ask to participate in that. You can do 10 postcards or 20 postcards. So do you know what I mean? It's not, like, I love the 100-day challenge, but I never do 100 days. I have the best of intentions. And then, like, I used to feel like a failure if I didn't do 100 days. But then I was like, but I'm doing more days than if I didn't do it. And oh my gosh, what does our friend Peggy say, Keels, about those challenges? That she does them like at home, or I don't remember what she said, but like, you just do what you can do. Sorry. We got some rain last night. Deb, did you get rain out in AJ? We got rain last night, and so it made something pop out in the outside. Okay, so I'm gonna let that one dry too. Okay, now I have this one that I'm feeling like I might want to do like a green. And I know that seems a little bit Christmassy, but I'm feeling like that might, I did reds and hot pinks, and I just kind of mixed them. Did you get thunder too? We didn't get a lot of rain. We got some rain. I always wish that it would, be like a big Midwestern storm. It only sometimes is, but I didn't even realize that I was downstairs putting things away, and then I was like, I heard something like rustling in the backyard, and so I went outside, and we have these screen panel things that go down, that we can wind down on the sides of and the ends of our patio. Holy tamale, they were whipping around like nobody's business, and so I was like, well, so I was having to wind those up super, and I was like in the middle of it, getting whipped around. It was crazy. I'm feeling like a pretty green might be pretty in this. And then I also want to do some, I'm feeling like I want to do some gel pen work on these too. I just haven't figured out exactly what I want to do. So you know what, while I'm going to just start. I put my paint here on my craft mat so that I can water it down a little bit so I get more of a wash I love this green. Don't you love this green? There we go. See, I'm really liking that. I think that's kind of giving me exactly what I want. There's a streamer from Bakersfield is out in Tucson. It was crazy rain and lightning out there. Yeah, and it's still looking quite overcast over here. I don't know about on the east side where Debbie is, but it's pretty overcast, but I don't know that we're going to get any more rain. I mean, I wish we would, but you know. Oh my gosh, we had book club last night and it was so good, and we read a book that we were talking about. I would have probably never picked that book. Do you know what I mean? But that's one of the things I love about book club the most, is that I'm exposed to literature that, like, maybe I would never pick, but once I read it, I'm like, oh my gosh, my life is richer because of that. And it was a hard book to read, but I'm so happy that I did. It was called Mother Mary Comes to Me. And it was a, well, it was many things, but the prevailing theme was mother-daughter relationships, and I thought, and girl power. What do you think, Keels? Don't you think that's what it was, like, what the prevailing? Shut up, look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm loving that. So I have these three. Let's see, is this one dry yet? Yes. Okay, so now, okay, here's the technique that Joni showed me that she had learned from, I don't know where. I don't know. It doesn't matter, does it? Like, you know. I mean, it does matter if you're inspired by someone else's work. But, so we could do one of two things. We could layer some colors on here. So I'm thinking, what about some turquoise? So I'm going to put some turquoise right here on my craft mat. Right? And I try to put kind of a lot. It's overcast here. It was 90 yesterday and now it is chilly. That's so funny. We were warmer like 2 days ago. Yesterday we were in the 70s. Today we'll be in the 70s again. I know all my Midwestern friends are going to laugh, but I did put long sleeves on today. Okay, so now you're going to take a blender brush, right? And you're going to mush your blender brush into that color, right? Just kind of mush it around so it's kind of distributed all over the place. And then you're going to take a stencil, and this one is the Crafter's Workshop, and I don't remember what it's called. I can look it up if you're curious. And then you're going to do a little bit of this. You're just going to take your blender brush and you're going to just do that swirly blend, right? Stop it. And what drew Joni to it was the softness, right? So we're just going to keep layers and layers and layers and layers. So I'm just randomly adding color, right? Okay, so there we go. There's layer number 2, number 1 and number 2. And now I have another stencil. Yeah, so much about the life in India. It was like about the politics, about the religion, about the caste system, about, oh my gosh, it was just fascinating. It was just fascinating. Okay, so we have that layer, right? But then I was thinking, what if I take this, I have this little bit of extra, and I have this Tim Holtz stencil. I don't even remember what, it's like mosaic or something, I don't know. What if we did a little bit of that? Shut up. Right? Right in the center of those flowers. Yes. That's adding some cool new texture, right? And let's do this last one. Because, you know, we can't waste. Shut up. Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh. That is making me so happy. We do need a palette cleanser. Oh, and Keely suggested a book. And what, I wrote it down. Keely suggested a book for us to read that she's reading right now called Keels. That she thought was like a perfect palette cleanser. Oh, where's my little hunk of paper? I have, you know, I always have 5,000 little hunks of paper. Oh my gosh, this is making me so happy. And now I'm kind of like, oh, you know what, I could do this or that, or I'm thinking about I have that other stencil. I have this one, but the holes are kind of big. You see, I know my brain is going all over the place this morning, you guys. I know. And I kind of can't help it this morning. Sorry. Oh, here we go. Okay, what if we clean our brush and get some of that yellow. This book made me think of you. That's it. Okay, so let's get some of this yellow. And do the same technique of stenciling with the blender brush through the mushing part is kind of the magic that kind of happens. So let's do this. I just think this always adds like just this little something. You know what I mean? And that's pretty subtle when it's just tone on tone like that. And the blender brush holds so much color. Oh, yes. I'm trying to concentrate on the little bubbles of this stencil. You know I love me this stencil. Gosh, I love this stencil. I use it so much. Do you remember there was a time when it was kind of my go-to? Then I made myself put it away for a while. Okay, let's see. Well, that's pretty. Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't that something, the way that it, like that just grew and grew and grew. Okay, so now let's do this one. What should we do next? Maybe let's do this same stencil, and let's do, the idea is that you just keep layering, right? You just keep layering watercolor on top of watercolor. So let's get some of this, a little bit orangier yellow. You just keep layering and layering and layering with different stencils. So then you're going to see this stencil pop through the next stencil, and you're going to see the base color pop through the first layer and the second layer. Oh my gosh. And you can change colors. You can do it all monochromatically. The sky's the limit. Right? So here's the stencil that we got at the retreat. It's called Stacked Rocks. Kind of love that. So let's get some color. Remember, we're going to pull up that color, and then we're going to really mash it in. And then we're just going to start to add that circly blend. Stop it, you guys. Stop it. It's making me so happy. And just, you can do it all over the whole thing. You can do it just in certain areas. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. And then the other thing you can do is you can add, you can splatter it with white paint, or you can splatter it with a color. You can, right? You're just going to give all kinds of visual interest. This one, let's see, what do we got? We have that green. What if, oh, and you know what? I have some hot pink, and my hot pink, I have had to refill this little pan of hot pink. I can't find a, these are all Prima marketing colors, and I couldn't find any more, like a refill for this. So I found Daniel Smith's Opera Pink was pretty close, and so that's what I filled it with. So now I need to fill that little, I need more color, I think, than that, because I'm feeling like let's stencil some bits with this pink, and then I'm thinking, like, what if I stenciled with white? I think that might be really cool too. All right, let's see what we got going. So let's mush. You're gonna tap, 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 and then really mush that color in. And then, what if we did this one? And I just want it to be quite random. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's making me all kinds of happy. Yep. Just little bits of, yep. And then look at you guys. Look at this. I have this rose stamp that I thought would be a perfect addition. What was the other one I had? Anyway. So I have all of these bits and bobs, right? But then I thought, wouldn't it be cool to do, so here's eggceptional. So I'm going to cut the eggs out of this, and I measured them, and they will fit a postcard perfectly. They'll just fill it up. And I have 3 eggs and 3 sentiments. Happy Easter, you're a good egg, and you're eggceptional. So, I hope that you will join me in making lots of fun postcards with eggceptional and with the April calendar. Love that. I'm gonna wipe this up for a second. Oh, because I wanted to show you another big idea. You know how one idea just leads to another idea, leads to another idea. Know what I mean? There we go. So I was thinking about this piece. And so one of the pieces that I cut off is this. Look at this. Right? Or I have this piece that I cut off, right? So I thought, oh, that might be kind of cool. Then I pulled out this. Do you remember I made this from envelope, the inside of a security envelope, and then I had those bingo daubers, and I just splatted all over there. I thought that might be kind of cool to do like that. Do you know what I mean? To paint this, to kind of go with this. Should I fussy cut them? This one, I fussy cut them, the flowers. This one, do I leave it white? Like that might be a nice contrast. I don't know. Haven't figured that out yet. So let's just paint an Easter egg, shall we? So, let's do this one, shall we? So let's just start painting, and hopefully some big idea happens. Easter is, oh goodness, everybody take a drink. Easter is the beginning of April this year. And my mother-in-law is flying here this year. We're so excited. We found a small airport near her house. And so we talked about having her fly over. Because it's a direct flight, and it's she's just going to give it a try. So I have been recuperating from the artist retreat, and I let's get some more. Oh, look at that. I love that. I love when watercolor blooms like that. That's making me happy. So let's get some there. Let's try some here. Let's try some here. Let's try these petals. I love spring colors, but I'm not a big, I'm not a big pastel person, but I do like vibrant pastels. Does that make sense? Like really well saturated colors. Yeah, Valerie, we're thinking, so the American Airlines flies from Carlsbad. Did you know that? And they only fly one place, and it's Phoenix. So we're going to test it out and see how she does. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more thing here. Shall we do the big part or the little part? Let's do the big part. Shall we? Just get some color down. All right. Let's see. Yeah, you know, I kind of like I kind of, like I said, I like pastels, but like in the most vibrant way. I was thinking I really wanted to embrace my mixed media. I figured you meant big and not pig. I figured that, Valerie. So I was thinking like I could do some watercolor, and then I thought, oh, what if I did some my outliners? We haven't played with those in a while, right? So let's get some orange right there. Let's do orange right here. You know, it's so funny. I was thinking about how inspiration finds you everywhere. I hope everybody opened their newsletter. Deb, did you get one this week? Did you get I sent it yesterday. And I apologized, and I just said the reason is because it was the most lazy Sunday ever. But let me know if you didn't get it. Let's see, what if we... It's amazing how much paint your brush holds that maybe we just don't take time to notice. I mean, look, I'm painting all of these petals, and oh, Keels, are you going to have a nice weather day again today? Are we going to rival each other in temperatures? That's crazy, isn't it? Yes, yes. Loving that. Okay, what was the thing I wanted to talk to you about? Oh my gosh. if you read the new newsletter, then you saw that TR, who is the head of Badass Art Journal, she opened up registration again. So if you wanted to and didn't, now's your chance. Registration is open through March. No, I don't remember the exact date, but it's not like maybe 18th, maybe. Anyway, check it out if you get the chance. So I'm going to pull out some of my mild liners because I kind of had this big idea. Back in the 40s, feels like 30s. Yeah, rain this evening. We need the rain. Oh my gosh, you're going to have pretty flowers. Okay, so I'm going to use my mild liner because I'm really wanting to add, well, I kind of had this big idea. I knew I wanted this color added in this egg. And what's more mixed media? What's more mixed media than mixing up our medias? Okay, I'll send it today, Deb. I don't know what is the issue that sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. I don't know. It's above my pay grade, technology-wise, so I will just send it to you. It's just easier. I know it's not the most efficient, but it's the most efficient for me. Do you know what I mean? Okay, she has an angel group too. Yes, it's a fun group where you paint and draw angels. She is a great artist teacher too. Yeah, she's lovely, isn't she? Daffodils and iris are already coming up. What about the crocuses? My mom's favorite spring sign was when the crocuses started poking through the earth. Teresa and I went out looking for wildflowers on Friday out by Lake Pleasant, and they weren't there yet. So there were some, but not the big bunches of them like I want to see. Oh no. Do they kind of have a lifespan, do you think, Keely, crocuses? So do you remember I told you my neighbor brings me all these little seedlings? And one of the, he brought me cucumbers, and I was like, oh gosh, cucumbers are so leggy and so, you know, they're so spready. Well, that one died. Maybe it was an all right thing. But he did give me some tomato plants and I think an oregano plant. And so I need to, hey Sue, I need to repot them. Because right now they're just on the windowsill. The kitchen windowsill next to the cutest little tins that Keely got me for my birthday. She got me baking powder and ginger, old cans. All right. Stop it. Look, I love that. I'm loving that. Okay, so do we do this color? Oh, you did? I wonder why, like, I don't know. I don't know, Deb. I haven't figured it out. Okay, so shall we do right here, this color? I mean, we can make this completely mixed media and then do a layer of colored pencils, a layer of gel pens, right? All right, turn. I just want a little bit of purple on everything, a little bit of orange on everything. Do you know what I mean? Most bulbs have a lifespan. I dug out my old iris bulbs a couple of years ago and planted new bulbs. Took 2 years, but they're back. Yeah, I was thinking about, what if I do this, you guys? Like the background of this one, of this posy right here. Kind of digging that. Yeah, and my brother-in-law, who has quite a green thumb, Tim, said that when you get they need new dirt. So, because I have all these pots, but I need to get some new dirt. Like I said, Jeff's at his mom's. Jeff and Maisie drove to California yesterday, so I'm here all by my lonesome. But I will say, it was lovely. I watched hours and hours and hours of Ann TV last night. I stayed up way too late, which is not my jam at all. I'm in bed between 9 and 10, and I stayed up till 1 a.m. watching this BritBox show called The Bay. Oh my gosh. It's a detective-y, murdery show. So good. Oh, you guys, I'm loving that. What do you think of that? I'm loving that. Now I think I want to introduce some kind of a turquoisey. Let's see, what else we got? I already have some orange. I already have some pinks. Oh, I have this black pen that Tessa got me that I'm just in love with. It is, I don't even know who makes it. We took a class from B.B. Henry. Has anybody taken any classes from B.B. Henry? And she had a lot of really great supply suggestions. And so, we got almost everything, I think. Let's see. What do we have? I'm feeling like I want some, I want some lime green, and I want some yellow, and I'm feeling like a turquoise or a aqua, sort of. What about this? Yes, every time you change plants, you need to put new dirt in them before replanting them. I have not adjusted to the time change yet. I'm staying up past midnight and I don't want to get up in the morning. Yeah, I did not. I stayed in bed way too long. Because you know what? I didn't have a puppy to wake me up or Jeff getting up and going to work across the hall. No, it was a sad situation. I was just, it was a sad situation. I don't know what else to say. And then I actually toyed with the idea of coming down here in my pajamas and teaching class. And then I thought, no, for crying out loud, get up and you'll feel better about yourself if you bathe and you put on clean clothes. And I do. I think I'm going to do this green. Yep, as my background color. And I love these mild liners. I love that there's brush tip ones and what are these? So these are brush tip and these are chisel. I like the brush tip. I did BB Bash Beyond last year and I did it again this year. I haven't done it yet because of the retreat. So that's one of the things I'm going to do in the next little while. I'm flying to my sister's house because Sienna is having a baby and her baby shower is coming up, and so I'm flying up for that. And I have a long layover in Salt Lake City. I have a long layover, and I thought, I can just listen to a class. How do I sound like your mother? Good gravy. Oh my, is it really Tuesday? I've never gotten used to this time change business. I know, birthday girl Lindy. Crazy. I know, I hate when we're many hours apart. But somehow we make it work every year, don't we? And that's why everything's recorded, so we can watch it when we can. And I do the same, you know. Let's see. I stay up late every night. Most people are going to work. Get showered and dressed. Yes. And you know what, Vicky? I feel so much better about myself when I do. I do. I felt so much better about myself when I swept and mopped my floor when I got home from the retreat. Because it was grossing me out. Swimming kids in and out of my house. When does Todd come back, Debbie? So we can get together one last time before you go home. I think that lime green is making me so happy. Oh my gosh, it's making me so happy. That's so funny because I used my Swiffer, and I can't even tell you how many Swiffer pad things I used. I'm thinking I might want to add some stamps to these too. I like the juxtaposition of something really quite modern and then something old, like an old postage stamp. That's kind of making me happy. Okay. Oh my gosh. Can I tell you, Valerie, we have so many rugs, but children do not listen when you say, please dry off your feet and legs. Please dry off your feet and legs. Because I live in fear of somebody slipping and falling. I lived in fear of my father slipping and falling in kid pool, water. Okay, let's get a little bit more. Here we go. I hope everybody is taking part in the color hunt. It's very fun. It's very fun. Be sure to open this week's newsletter to play along. I have started to just, if I see something really cool and colorful, I will just snap a picture, and I made a little folder in my phone that's just colors, like color hunt. I just named it color hunt, and so then, like, if I see something really cool in green, I'll snap a picture of it. If I see something really cool in hot pink, I'll take a picture of it. I saw these lawn chairs, like these plastic Adirondack chairs. I don't know if they're called plastic, but you know what I mean, like vinyl or whatever. Adirondack chairs on my neighbor's front porch, and they were the brightest blue. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that lime green is just making everything pop. Okay, let's see. The muddy mats are the way to go. They absorb the water and dirt. Oh, all right. I will be looking for them. I did buy there's a rug, like one of those washable rugs outside of the back door, and there's one on the inside of the back door. Well, whatever. Anyway, you can post your colorful pictures in Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group. That's where everybody can post pictures. So post them there, post them there, post them there. I'm telling you, they're so fun. It's so fun to just go on a color hunt, because you'll see stuff everywhere. I even challenged Jeff to do it while he's in California. We'll see what he comes home with. I'll post them in the group so you guys can see. Anyway, I'm almost 5 minutes over. I swear. Anywho, thank you so much for joining me this morning, everyone. Oh, you know what I just thought of? I have a little bunny rabbit stamp that I could add to this. Shut up, how cute would that be? I do. I know I do. I like last night during, here we go. Last night during, stop it. Last night during book club, I just kept removing the paper from the back of canceled stamps. I was cutting them and removing. Sometimes there's something like so relaxing about an easy mindless task like that, isn't there? I loved it. Yes, I will see everyone tomorrow in Stitch Along. I can't wait. And then I will see you again on Thursday in Pop and Paint Party again. I adore you all. Remember to open your newsletters and go out and make it a terrific Tuesday. Bye, everyone.